Alright, what I've got here is a 2016 Jeep Renegade with about 59,000 miles. And the radiator fan's starting to wobble and go out, and there's a lot of stuff online about those going bad. So I picked one up from the dealer, about $180 total with tax. I'm going to do a video because I haven't seen any real good details, and so I used to work on cars, so I like the details. Anyway, I hope this helps people maybe. So most people say take this off. It's got clips here, so I'm going to do that. What most people don't say is there's actually two electrical plugs. There's one here and there's one at the bottom underneath that hose, so get both of those. There's little clips here. Here's one. Now all you have to do with these clips is you push in at the top, and then the radiator fan will lift up. So push in this part, it releases it, and it pops up. And then I'm going to take the oxygen sensor out because pretty much everybody says you got to take that out. So I'm going to do that stuff and see how it goes, and then I'll let you know what happens, and hopefully I can get it done here. Okay, now I'll give you one tip on these clip things. So see the yellow part? Okay, the yellow part is in normally. Pull it out a little bit. It'll pop out about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch. And then on this side, there's a little push button, and you push it, and then it comes out. Okay? Now remember, there's two. There's one down there too. I'll get that one in just a second. Okay, I'll show you guys and gals out there what mine's doing. See how wobbly this thing is? And when it's going really fast, it's rubbing on something. So I got the plugs undone, the little clips. Now the little clips I think I already mentioned, but right here, one on the other side, just push down on this top part and then pull up, and then so now it's a little bit loose. So now I'm going to try to get it out without taking the oxygen sensor off, and see if that works. Okay, one more development here is down here, these two lines, which I think are power steering cooler lines probably. Anyway, they're they got a little connector that hooks to the fan shroud here, so you gotta, I just pulled it out. Don't wiggle this too much now, I don't think, but I pulled it out of there, so you gotta get that out. Okay, I got the old fan and shroud out. That's the old one. This is the new one. Now I looked at the part numbers and they're the same. That's old one. This is new one. But if you see, they put a metal shroud around the motor on this new one that the old one doesn't have. It almost looks like they popped off this plastic cover and replaced it with the metal one. And it's much deeper here. So I hope I can get it back in easy, because the whole thing looks a little bit taller because of the metal piece. So hopefully that'll help it last longer. Alright, try to put it back in. Wasn't too hard getting it out. Did have to take the oxygen sensor off, but then I just tilted the fan driver's side down, and then wiggled the passenger side up and flexed it and bent it a little bit around since it's plastic, and it made it out. Put it back in now. Okay, so now, I don't know if you can see this, I got the new fan in. All the electrical plugs put back on. The lines down there hooked back in. All the clips are in good. Oxygen sensor back in. Put that in pretty tight. It's got to be tight. Now, some people said you got to take this bottle loose, which I did, but I don't think you need to. It just got little clips, so I'm going to clip that back in now. And but you will have to, that metal shroud sticks up 1/4 inch to almost a 1/2 inch taller than the other little protective shield on the other fan. So you will have to manipulate it a little bit to get it in, tweak it, get the right angle. I did just the opposite as before. I inserted this fan with the driver's side down first in the lowest possible spot and angled it in, wiggled it, and had to manipulate that plastic shroud a little bit, but it has some flex, so I was able to get it past the clip and the oxygen sensor. This was the hardest part to get it past right here. But I did get it, and I did not have to loosen any motor mounts or other things you see online. Didn't have to take off anything else. Didn't have to break any hoses loose, let any fluids out, change anything. There's some people say you gotta undo the motor mount and move the motor, but you don't have to do that. So well, I hope this helps some people. Good luck. Hey, I was gonna tell everyone out there too, with when you put the shroud on and the new fan, before you do anything, put something between the radiator and the fan. What I did is I loosened the old fan, slipped a piece of cardboard in between, and then did all my in and out swapping. That way you don't scratch up your radiator. So protect the radiator, put something in between. All right.